What up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your guy, SumnSumnSumn. Hit the keys. Here today to do a quick review and demonstration over Crystalline by Baby Audio. Crystalline is basically one of the most lush and detail-oriented reverbs I've ever used. You don't got to take my word for it because we're going to check it out in this demonstration. Make sure if you guys like this content, though, you drop a whole elbow on that like button, hit subscribe and that notification bell so every time we bring you guys a new video, you can be the first to see. But let's go ahead and get right into this review. SumnSumnSumn, hit the key. All right, guys, so when you open up the plugin, it is going to look like this. So it's got a very nice looking GUI in my personal opinion. Just like most of Baby Audio's other plugins, you can switch it over to dark mode if you want. Boom, bam, that looks nice as well. But I'm gonna go ahead and keep it in day mode just because it's easier to see for the demonstration. So as you're looking at it, like most Baby Audio plugins, it has a ton of presets. So it's got your factory presets right here, but then it also has presets by different people. So these aren't the ones that are in your factory presets. So you get a whole bunch of presets and you can easily push this button right here to save your own presets. As you're looking at the plugin, so when you come over here, obviously you can get help. It's got an eco mode. So this right here will make it so that it's not so CPU intensive. So you can turn that off or you can turn that on. And then right here, you can make whatever preset you want. The preset that opens up every time you open up the plugin. And then it's also got the low default right here. So when you're looking down here, it's got a bunch of different controls. So it's got your reflections, it's got size, it's got sparkle, it's got width. And then in depth, it's got resolution, modulation, shimmer right here. The shimmer is very nice. Over here in cleanup, you got dampening, you got sides, you got gates. In shape, you got tone, you got soothe, and you got transients. And then here you can either sync the reverb to the tempo of the beat, or you can go in milliseconds. And then it's got a ducker feature, and the ducker on this is very nice. And what makes it nice too is that you can decide how much you want to duck it. You can reverse the reverb, you can freeze the reverb, and then obviously you have a dry wet knob here as well. So I made a little sample beat as always using Crystalline. It's not mixed all the way down. I kind of exaggerated the reverb on the vocal just so that you could really hear the reverb. But let's go.
Where you going now, yeah? Where you going when you're all alone? Do you think about me? Yeah. Where you going now, yeah?
All right, guys, so that's the sample little beat that I put together for you guys today. Let's go ahead and hop back into Crystalline and check it out. So when you pull Crystalline up, as you look here, it's really easy and user-friendly. So all you would do is basically click on whatever it is, the control that you want. With some of these other controls, all you're going to do is click on the middle and drag your mouse up and down, or basically you're just going to click, but it's very simple to use, very simple, user-friendly GUI. So as we look at the controls here, as you look at your reflections, the size, it lets you set the room size from tiny to very large. The control is detached from the length control, meaning that you can get any size length combination that you want. Then next to that, you have sparkle. Sparkle emphasizes high frequency content inside the reverb. This basically generates reflections that are naturally bright, which can help achieve the extra shine on vocals and snares or whatever percussion it is that you're using. Next to that, we have width, and the width lets you set the stereo image of the reverb from mono to wide or very wide. And then if we come down here to the depth section, the resolution sets the complexity of the algorithm from basic to pristine. The higher the setting, settings will give you an ultra clean reverb response, free of any metallic artifacts, but it does come with higher CPU usage. Next to that, we have the modulation. The modulation creates pitch variations inside the reverb algorithm. This results in richer sound that works especially well to fatten up synths, guitars, vocals, really any kind of sound. And then you have shimmer. Shimmer is absolutely wonderful. The shimmer makes the high frequencies of the reverb tail decay slower than the rest of the spectrum, giving the reflections an angelic halo effect. Next to that, you have cleanup. Cleanup, right here, you see the dampening. The dampening is a dual control that lets you remove high and low frequency content from the reverb reflections. This control offers a fast and efficient way to avoid cluttered mixes and muddiness with the reverb, because we all know reverbs can definitely muddy up your mix. Next to that, we have sides, and the sides is a high pass filter that removes stereo information from the low end of the reverb. Next to that, we have gate. Gate lets you instantly create a classic 80s gated reverb sound. The gate offers a threshold and a release. Then below that, you see here we have shape. And as we're looking at shape, the first thing in shape is tone. Tone is like a tilt EQ that lets you quickly shift the frequency balance of the reverb to be brighter than darker. Next to that, we have smoothing. Smoothing gradually applies an EQ curve custom designed to address the frequency areas that tend to get cluttered in a reverb heavy mix. And then next to that, we have transients. So it lets you basically shape your transients or shift the reverb's algorithm emphasis to either attack or sustain. So you can make the reverb either attack or sustain. All right, so let's go ahead and check out Crystalline in action. So we're gonna go ahead and start off here on this vocal. I've highlighted this little region right here. So this is basically what the vocal sounds like without the Crystalline on there.
Where you going now, yeah? Where you going when you're all alone?
So super dry vocal. We're just gonna throw Crystalline on there, and it's gonna go ahead and it's gonna sound like this now.
Where you going now, yeah? Where you going when you're all alone? Do you think about me? Yeah.
So obviously sounds nice. Might be a little bit too much, but I just did that to emphasize the reverb so you guys can actually hear what it sounds like. I can't stress enough, what I really love is this ducker feature over here, because most reverbs, yes, nowadays they do come with a duck feature, but this one allows you a certain amount that you can duck from 0 to 100. So that's super nice.
Where you going now, yeah? Where you going when you're all alone? Do you think about me? Yeah. Where you going?
So that's super nice. Let's go ahead and mess with some of these controls though. So like, let's say we mess with the size of the reverb. It's going to sound like this.
Where you going now, yeah? Where you going when you're all alone? Do you think about me? Yeah. Where you going now, yeah?
And if we mess with the width, you know, obviously we can make it sound like the reverb is more mono or obviously more wide.
Where you going now, yeah? Where you going when you're all alone? Do you think about me? Yeah.
So that's very nice as well. Obviously we have other controls over here like the dampening. We can control that.
Where you going now, yeah? Where you going when you're all alone? Do you think about me? Yeah.
And then you got this mid-side EQ right here that you can mess with as well.
Where you going now, yeah? Where you going when you're all alone? Do you think about me? Yeah.
So you can hear how that changes up the sound of the reverb. So you can just get some nice sound and reverb with this plugin. You have this gate over here as well.
Where you going now, yeah? Where you going when you're all alone? Do you think about me? Yeah. Where you going now, yeah? Where you going now, yeah?
So that's nice. You know, you can change, you know, how long the reverb tail is with that gate effect as well. You have some shaping down here. So let's go ahead and let's mess with the transients first.
Where you going now, yeah? Where you going when you're all alone? Do you think about me? Yeah. Where you going now, yeah? Where you going now, yeah?
So again, you can just get some great sounds with this reverb. I can't stress enough, I'm a real big fan of this reverb.
Where you going now, yeah? Where you going when you're all alone?
So let's go ahead and throw this reverb on something else. So I have it on this guitar and the beat as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and highlight the guitar real quick. The guitar is from Omnisphere. The dry guitar, let me go ahead and highlight this region real quick. And then the dry guitar actually sounded just like this. So a super basic guitar, you know, but once we threw Crystalline on there, we got it to sound like this. Sounds super nice. And there's a ton of different presets. I mean, there's presets for everything, for every different instrument, from guitars to keys, you know, to synths, to drums, so on and so forth. So let's go ahead and check out a few of these presets on this guitar. So it sounds super nice. Let's go ahead and see what it sounds like with the reverse one. So then you can either sync it, like I mentioned earlier, by milliseconds, or you can sync it by time divisions. And boom, bam, it's just as easy as a slider right there. You can also sync the start and the end separately. So you can either do it by time divisions, or you can do it by milliseconds on the end and the opposite on the start. So that's a pretty cool feature as well. So let's go ahead and keep throwing this on some more instruments so you guys can continue to hear what it sounds like. So we're gonna go ahead and throw it on the drum bus right here. So this is basically what the drums sounded like without the Crystalline on there. So super basic drum pattern. But now once we throw Crystalline on there, this is what it's gonna sound like with the default preset. So we're gonna go ahead and go through some of the presets so you guys can hear what some of them sound like. There's a bunch of different presets for the drums. So you have like kick, tiny, you have some for claps, you have some for snares, you have some for toms, you have some for percussion. So you have a ton of different presets like I mentioned before. And then as you stroll through over here, you have presets by different people as well, who are for plucks, you know, as you can see, for all kinds of different stuff, Vox, snares, all kinds of different stuff. So let's go ahead and start here with this Dr. Kick Tiny Room. And I'm definitely a sucker for some reverb on a snare. So let's go ahead and listen to what it sounds like just on the snare there for a second. So this is what the snare sounds like without the reverb on there. So let's go ahead and throw Crystalline back on and check it out. So boom, bam. Let's go ahead and make it black for a little bit just to switch things up just a little bit. And so this is what it sounds like with this preset. So as you can tell, you know, it sounds pretty nice. Obviously, I was exaggerating a little bit so that you guys could really get a feel for how that reverb sounds. So let's go ahead and throw this on a piano next. So then this is what the piano is going to sound like without the Crystalline on there. So pretty basic. But now once we throw Crystalline on there, this is what it's going to sound like with the default preset on there. So again, that sounds pretty nice. Let's go ahead and hop into one of the presets for the pianos. So let's go ahead and find these key presets real quick. So then here's a few piano presets right here we can check out. Super large reverb right there. I like that a lot. Let's check out this reverse one. All right, guys, so that's basically the reverb for you. Again, you can do so much with this reverb. I just showed you a little bit, but you can do so much. As you can see, it's got a whole lot of different controls. You can sculpt different kinds of sounds. It sounds wonderful on guitars, vocals. It sounds good on drums. It sounds great on pianos. It sounds good on synths. It really does sound good on everything. Make sure if you guys do like this content though, you drop a whole elbow on that like button, hit subscribe and that notification bell so every time we bring you guys a new video, you can be the first to see. Appreciate you guys' time as always, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace. All right, guys and gals, thanks for watching the video. Make sure you hit the subscribe and like button. Make sure you hit that notification bell so every time a new video comes out, you can be the first to know. Let me know what tutorials you want to see next in the comments, and see you next time.
Some, hit the key.